1, go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Graded Point 5. I fooled you. I went after you said go.
Oh, I know. Anybody watching could have seen that. Oh, wait, you only hit the button afterwards?
Yep.
You could suck all the dicks. Man. Big old fat sack of dicks waiting for you to suck.
I
The
tricked
absolute
you.
madman.
I tricked you into submission.
Not submission. You know I was going to fuck it up. You just took precautions.
Exactly. I've learned. See, now you know to wait like 3 seconds and then say something.
Yeah.
So next
Did
time
you
I have to be even more clever. What I'll do is like one day at one point we're just not talking. I'm just gonna start streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, did you shield the stream?
I'm getting ready to. I need a link first, dude. You know.
Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah. Well, you know. I'm just.
Oh yeah. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
You know, just as a commentary while I'm doing some shilling. I went through my subscriptions on YouTube and like just unsubscribe to
Yeah.
a
Do it
bunch
live.
of shit. And it was
Like what?
It was like taking a fucking weight off my chest. I was like, because you get all, you get too many, subscribe too many people, and then you get like every second it's like, hey, this. It's like, I just don't even care about these people anymore. You know?
Yeah.
I get the exact opposite reason or problem. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I want to go to sleep because I have a hard time going to sleep without some noise in the background.
Yeah.
That's why I got my fan. So, but a lot of times I'll just put my laptop on some YouTube thing and let it.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't. But there's only certain people I ever watch on YouTube, and I don't subscribe. I subscribe to maybe like 30 or 40 people, and I would say 1/3 of them don't do anything anywhere.
Right.
So it'll go like 12 to like 17 hours without a new video popping up, which I assume sometimes is just YouTube fucking up because they don't publish things on your subscription page that much. They fuck it up. Because a lot of people click the notification bell too, and so you get alerts for this and that. I never click the notification bell because I don't want to get alerts, but
Well,
I'll have problems. I can't. Yeah.
Let me tell you a little something. It doesn't matter if you click the bell to get alerts because they're going to be late anyway.
Oh, I that's why I don't even, because I was like, I don't trust YouTube or Google to do anything right.
Yeah.
So I don't even care.
I don't care.
Like one time I was like, I think it was Doug Tenaple. I got a notification Doug Tenaple was doing a live stream. I was like, oh, I'll watch that. He's like, because he was right.
Hours ago.
Yeah. And it's like as soon as I click on it, he's like, well, guys, it was a good night. Got a few pages done. I'm gonna sign off for now. Yeah, y'all have a good one. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
All right. Hope you had fun, Doug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
All right, there's a shield link out. I'll put it in. I'm not gonna put it in here. Well, I'll put it in here for.
Yeah, I'm not going to do one tonight.
Oh wow, dude. What's up, man?
Why would I?
Team fucking player over here.
Yeah, guy. What's up?
I just quote tweet your shit. The thing is like the reason I'm pissed off about my account being locked is not because I had a ton of followers, only like 1,000 something, but because the engagement on my tweets were like pretty high usually.
Yeah.
Like bordering blue check mark kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like I could get those numbers sometimes on those tweets, and now, but I only have 300 followers. I can't do that. So.
That was fascinating.
Yeah, and Daryl don't know how to use the mute button.
I don't care. I mean, there's a guy who's famous for coughing into his lap while showing people comic crotch shit. I don't know.
Speaking of, did you? I don't know if you all ever watch Yellow Flash's stuff, but yesterday he did a review of the IDW Spider-Man.
Yep.
And as he was reviewing it, the staples fell out of the book.
What?
Yeah.
So IDW is trying to cut costs, and they're not even.
Why
are they doing a Spider-Man book?
It's based on the animated stuff, isn't it?
No, it's basically a youth line. Like Peter's 16, Miles is young. They're all young kids. Yeah.
Sounds like it's based on the.
It's kind of based, but not really.
Okay.
Because that show is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
unfortunately,
people talk shit about Ultimate Spider-Man. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It was like kind of mediocre. but the new Marvel Spider-Man is dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, the animation is bad. It was like, every complaint we've had about, comics in the last few years, they condensed it down and made a TV show out of it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking. I thought you meant like the Ultimate, like the comic book series.
No, not the comic book series.
Because like the art and that was kind of dope actually.
Well, Ultimate Spider-Man was good.
Mark Bagley was
Yeah. Bagley was.
Because
And
it was
hell,
kinda,
even Sarah Pacelli was pretty good when she took over.
Yeah.
it kind of was. I remember the Ultimate stuff. Like it was sort of anime looking. Not quite there, but sort of. It looks just different than regular comic stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Which artist, Daryl, you might know. Who's the artist, like, when they did a relaunch of like Ultimate Spider-Man? It might not have been a relaunch, but maybe a new team where they made, whenever Spider-Man was costumed, they made his head too round.
I think that was Sarah Pacelli.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
because
I don't
people
know.
kind of like talk shit about that. I was like, what's going on here? Why does he look like Matt Myers in a in a mask?
But who's this beautiful bald head?
But then he takes the mask off and he's got this amazingly beautiful, luxurious hair. It's like, what's going on here? How's he hiding all that in that mask?
If I could redo Peter Parker, I would make it. He has a mullet.
Didn't he almost have a mullet during the 90s?
Yeah, it was kind of shaggy sort of hair, but it wasn't quite mullet.
And it wasn't her, because that was you're thinking of what's his name, the guy who did Crimson, Humberto Ramos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ramos was the one who did the fucking round-headed Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, her art's solid, man.
Because I remember looking at it, because at first I wasn't even thinking. I thought it was like a logo, right?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's not a logo. Because then you look behind, you can see Spider-Man's body behind him, but it looks so out of place that there's like there's Spider-Man's body and then there's a logo in front of it, kind of thing.
Let's see, round-head Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I got a quick question. Are we actually live right now? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I thought you were playing a joke.
No.
Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure I
Lord.
don't go on my anti-Semitic rants I usually do. Just gotta be careful.
Kind of. It's like what happened last night when Mior came on. He comes in. He's like, "Oh, we're live." I was like, "Daryl didn't tell you we were live."
No, I didn't.
You just got dropped right in the hornet's nest. It's like, oh well, okay.
That's special.
What is it?
Yeah, it's Ramos.
It is Ramos.
Yeah.
If you could give me the link, I will.
Well, let me find a really good one. I mean,
Okay.
he got better. Like, way
definitely. Yeah. I'm not saying he didn't. It's just that right there in that beginning, it was like, what's going on?
Yeah, let me find a really good one, man. I'm looking. Fucking Google Images doesn't have shit anymore.
By the way, I will say that we now have 27 subscribers.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
I don't know what's going on.
We're about to surpass PewDiePie any day now.
Hey, we're gonna hit that. We'll hit a wave, man, and it'll be over with.
That's right.
I better get paid.
I'm gonna stream me saying the N-word while playing Fortnite. Whatever. What did he do? What was he playing?
I think it was Call of Duty, wasn't it, or Battlefield or something? I don't know.
No. It's PUBG. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, it was.
And
That's
that
beautiful
and that
video.
N word is of course nuggets.
Yeah. Like nasty nuggets. That's the super N-word.
Yeah, because you don't like you don't like nuggets. You like tendies. That's
I can't find a good one, man.
Well, just give me A1. I don't care.
Well, it's not that round though.
Dude, I think it's on a cover. Look for a cover. That would
It
probably
was the cover.
It's round enough. I mean,
It's more oval than round.
Well, I think that was the key. It was like oval. It was like, what's going on here?
All right. Let me grab that. Nope, that's not oval. That's actually really well drawn. It might not be Ramos. Oh, wait. Here it is. Nope. Yeah, here's his oval head.
Okay.
All right.
That's what happens when you do it live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Paste. It won't let me paste. Copy.
I try
The image.
Try to Control V.
No.
The Control C and that Control V.
Nope.
There it is.
Didn't do any of that shit. See,
Well, I got it now.
I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel without a clue.
Well, I got it now.
Oh shit, we lost a viewer. Oh, that's because I closed the window.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope
I don't
y'all,
even
I
watch
hope y'all at
the
least
shit.
retweeted the freaking link.
I hate slot on the cover. It's like, oh, so this must have been a really good one.
No, actually, it was an Ultimate Spider-Man, Daryl. That might be why you couldn't find a.
Hold on. I'm trying to do the thing. Your tweets don't show up for me at all, man. And I don't have you muted or anything.
You sure about that?
I never see your tweets.
Couldn't handle my.
Let's see. Can't handle your stench. No,
Yeah.
I can smell it through the internet.
Yeah.
No, let me see. Are you muted? No, you're not muted. What the fuck?
Well, I knew you had to check sometimes because, like, sometimes even if you don't do it, it'll like do it accidentally. It's kind of weird.
It's not at all. No. Okay, let's see. Ultimate Spider-Man Roundhead. No, I just get pictures of Andrew Garfield.
It's kind of.
I'm not kidding you.
I know that's what I'm looking too, and I kind of get stuff from the video game and things like that.
Remember when image search results used to like be kind of relevant?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Let's see.
We've been talking this round-headed shit up so much that we need to deliver at this point.
Right? Yeah, we got to. Yeah.
But yeah, you're not muted. You're not blocked. You're not. I did report you.
Oh, what did I do this time?
Everything.
Oh, okay. I probably deserve it.
Yeah. I don't.
Oh, La Puenta? That might have been the person.
Could have been. Oh, Laporte. It's Leo Laporte.
Leo Laporte. Yeah, I found it.
You did?
Yeah, I found it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Let me share for the class. All right, it's on the stream now. Well, we'll be in a second. La Fuente. That's what it was.
La Fuente. Oh, that's why yeah. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, you see
What
this? Yeah.
Yeah. Stubby little legs and round head.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying.
Like I said, if you didn't know better, you think that's the logo.
Yeah.
If not seeing his body directly behind it, you know?
The logo, sprouted arms.
Mm-hmm.
That is terrible.
Are you shadow banned? Let's see.
Why would I be shadow banned for? I don't do anything.
Yeah, you do.
All because I dunk on Bill Crystal. That's all.
No, I don't know why your tweets don't show up in my notifications, dude.
If that's the case, then life should be shadow banned because they dunk on Bill Crystal all the time.
It's true.
All right, there we go. I'm doing the thing.
That's like you could just go to my profile and
That's what I had to do. I'm gonna go to my settings and see if I turned off notifications for you for some reason. All right. Anyway, somebody do this thing.
Yeah, man, I'm getting a lot of drop frames tonight. That's weird. Oh well, nothing you can do about that. So yeah, that was some art.
Now, I had a quick question. Does this show have like an actual topic today?
Yes, I told you already. We have a topic.
Well, trying to like get to it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Instead of this fascinating Twitter talk.
Twitter talk. I showed everybody round-headed Spider-Man. That's all you need.
Okay.
That's all you need.
That's a fucking achievement, man. We can stop the show tonight.
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah, we've done it.
We're done.
We're over. Yeah, no.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about this. The YouTuber, he's got two YouTubes. He's got That Umbrella Guy and The Umbrella Guy. He has to have two because one was already under a copyright strike for something stupid, and so now he's got a copyright strike for something else that's stupid. So this guy's name, the guy who flagged him, is named Rich Rotman. That sounds like
I call him Dick Rot for short.
Dick Rot.
Yeah.
So Rich Rotman has decided to flag my channel because he made he's I think he meant mad. He's mad about me covering him, slandering myself, EVS, and others. I will take it to court if need be, gladly. He's going all the way.
Did you get his tweets with his DMs in it? Those
I'm getting ready to show those. Yeah. And then, of course, there's this screenshot where he says, "Actually, Rick, you label people, myself exclusively, as part of a hate group and conspiring on Twitter to false DMCA videos, thereby seeking to remove a secondary income. You can't false flag to your heart's content, but you cannot slander people behind the excuse of, quote, my content." And he took a screenshot of this. He said, "Also, I've slandered no one. It seems he's still upset I referred to him as, quote, a minor lieutenant in Confiscate command hierarchy." Who talks like this?
That's what
guys with rotten dicks.
Your boy Zach always says. They always sound like TV characters. They don't talk like real people.
Yeah,
right.
And that's exactly true. It's like no one talks like this, you dickhead.
Yeah.
You talk like how you think people are supposed to talk because you're so inept in life and like social interactions that you don't know how to talk to people.
This is proof positive that they read comics because they all sound like fucking Dr. Doom and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the thing is, this guy posts these what he refers to as articles on his personal blog, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he says everything's on here is copyrighted, and he seems to think that exempts him from fair use because he's not understanding the fucking absolute melon here. That feedback's fucking me up, brother.
Yeah, Cav, you're getting a lot of feedback on your end, bro.
Yeah. But he goes, "Oh, it's all copyrighted, so you can't." And his thing was, that umbrella guy used his whole article. But it was transformative in the sense that he gave substantial fucking commentary on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, it doesn't matter if he reproduces a, 800-word blog in full or whatever the fuck it was, because, it's not only commentary, but it's him. If this guy wants to act like he's writing articles, then that's that umbrella guy has the right to reply, doesn't he?
Yeah, he absolutely does. Yeah.
I mean, if this guy wants to play at being a journalist, then he's got to abide by the rules. I don't care if he puts it on his own personal blog and copyrights that shit or not. And because what this guy wants to do is create a narrative that nobody can challenge.
Yeah.
Because,
they're trying to hide behind copyright laws copyright is a really weird thing. To have copyright, you kind of have to file for it. Right? Or, in literary terms, there are ways to get a copyright without exactly, going through the expense of it. It's basically just proving that you have the content that exists at that point in time and nobody else has it. And if somebody else comes out with your content somehow, then you have a way to challenge it, right?
Yeah. Now, see, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't even pretend to be one on TV.
The reason I know this is because I had to look into it a lot back in the day.
Well, yeah. And like I've heard if you mail a fucking script to yourself or something, then
that's called poor man's copyright. Yeah, you can.
Right.
You can't do that. It's basically you mail yourself your script or manuscript or whatever it is. Don't open it. Right. Because that's a sealed copy that's saying this is my sealed copy as long as it has a postmark on it that on this day because everything has a postmark. So if there's ever legal proceedings. Well, you never filed a copyright. Well, actually, I got right here a postmarked manuscript from 10 years ago.
Let's open that baby up.
You open it up.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same thing. It's like, well, he's right. Case closed, kind of thing. But
I would say I'm not a lawyer and I don't pretend to be. So my analysis is going to be very what's it called? Stupid or ill-informed. But
at the same time, here's where Mr. Rotman is wrong.
Let's.
When you put your stuff out in public, for the public to consume, it is open to criticism.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't want it to be open to criticism, he's write it in his fucking diary.
Right. Not only that, but you don't get to libel people and then go, "Hey, you responded. I get to, I get to take you down." No.
Right. Yeah. He see that's the tactic. He wanted a response, so he could do. It basically, he was trying to go to a response. He got his response, then he tried to. Use it to initiate takedowns.
Right. That was my analysis too. Is that he was very clearly baiting. He
was trying to goad him into. So let's read Tug's DM here. It's like, this is that umbrella guy. If your claim is not removed in a few hours, by the time I wake up, I am going to file a he says DCMA, but it's DMCA. Pretty sure.
Digital Millennium
Digital Copyright
Act. Yeah.
Claim tomorrow to effectively notify you of my intent to take your claims on that umbrella guy videos to court. Additionally, instead of simply covering the materials in your blogs as I did in my videos, I will sue you for slander and libel, where you opted to note that I and others are part of a hate group without any proof, other than the terms that like NPC, which have no legal backing. I will additionally, well, I can go to the next one because he's got that over there too. Yeah, here we go. I will additionally sue for comments made in your comment section, as it notes on your blog that they were approved and allowed by you, and they are also slander. Additionally, you discussed false flagging in a public Twitter forum, and this conspires to remove income, as it seeks to take down my channel as a source of secondary income.
Right.
He's right.
Well,
as far as going to court, that's expensive, right?
Yeah.
If Tug wants to go that route, I'm all for it, because it needs to happen. I said this the other day.
Some nobody all of a sudden is like, yeah, I'm a nobody, but I have money. So
yeah, exactly.
I could just fuck you all the hell with that stuff if I wanted to.
It's kind of like what happened with our boy Zach the other day. They said, we're not going to. YouTube first said, yeah, we're not going to take it down. We're not going to remove the strike. And then he says, I intend to fight this strike, and I will, I intend to go to court if I need to. Next thing you know, the strike.
Litigate.
Yeah, he said, I will litigate this to the full extent of the law. Next thing you know, they remove the strike.
Yeah. If you threaten them with anything that costs some money, then they'll be like, yeah, we're not we're gonna lose this, so we're not gonna.
Yeah. Because
you don't take fights you don't think you can win.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the way it should work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yet these guys, all they do is start fights they can't win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. See, the thing is, they're calculating that they can win because no one will actually be like, yeah, okay, then I'll see you in court. Because most people can't do that.
Right.
And then there's this
apparently. Well, Meyer has a sizable war chest at his disposal at this point, though. So
well, he could get people to fund him to do it.
Yeah,
so
I think Tug wouldn't have much problem if he needed to get, get some things moving, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it said, apparently, I love these people. These NPCs, they pull shit like this. Apparently, recording someone's false flagging your YouTube repeatedly equals posting on Kiwi Farms. For fuck's sake, anything to claim victimhood while deriding people of a quote hate group because they say NPC or soy boy and charge more than you like for comics. And they go, and the actual post says, Tug accused me of many things that are not true. One of them being that I am, quote, pro-doxing. He then posted my full legal name on Kiwi Farms. How do you know Tug did that on Kiwi Farms?
He doesn't.
Yeah.
And the same guy who actually did post his name on Kiwi Farms has been mistaken for Zach on several different occasions. So
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, from our... and I'll say it, from our Gamergate days, we know who one of the people is on Kiwi Farms that does shit like that, right?
Yeah.
It's King of Pole.
Right.
Yeah, so we know he does shit like that. But that's the thing, Huh?
I was just going to say, if I ever get hit with someone like, you're part of a hate group and do this, and I'll be like, yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I full member of a hate group.
Now this one right here, where he says that I am that I'm pro doxing. He says that that's not true. But he's wrong.
How so?
Just look at the video chat and you'll see. Okay. This is his blog.
Doesn't he? He's posted people's names and shit like that before.
Yeah, he posted this lady's full name, by the way.
The one that donated his ex fucking legal fund?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He's not pro doxing though, guys.
Well, he could get away with it, it's not doxing, it's just posting their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just posting their name and where they work.
Yeah,
there's,
well,
there's no
they'll
way
play
to figure that part out.
People who do that, they'll play word games. They're like, "Oh, I'm not doxing. I'm just posting
Mhm.
public information." It's like, well, yeah, that's what doxing is.
Yeah.
You're collating public information into one spot, dickhead.
And then this is him, getting sad because of NPC being used. Yeah. Hey, Rich, I'm posting your content.
Yeah.
and I am fully criticizing it. This is a critique of your work.
And we're calling you an NPC, and I'm admitting to being part of a hate group.
Only Cab though. Everybody else.
Oh no, yeah, I'm in the cab hate group. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
And the Cab hate group is that he just hates himself.
Yeah, I'm just a miserable son of a bitch.
And here he is, was like, getting upset about the being called an NPC. Why is Comic Kate using the NPC slur? What are the underlying problems? Should I do it like Soy Boy?
Yeah.
One of the underlying problems with this movement is mostly the comic book community disagree with its principles. Those who never heard of the movement, once they learn about it, generally have negative opinion about it. That's because it's a hate movement. Instead of responding to this reaction through introspection and self-examination, Comicsgate reacts by lashing out against anyone who would not agree with them. It's what they do. No, they lash out for people telling lies about them.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And like I said, unfortunately I had to show a certain person's, Twitter account up here. While looking through his stuff, and you know who I'm talking about.
You?
But yeah,
Turbo.
Yeah, Turbo. Follow Polynesian Rage on Twitter.
He posts excellent racist commentary.
Yeah, and this is where he mentioned, Umbrella Guy in his, in his stuff. Brings up, Ethan Van Sciver. Apparently, he enjoys watching Ethan play bingo.
You know why NPC is a slur?
Hmm?
It's got the N in it.
Oh, you stop. You need to stop.
I'm feeling it tonight.
You need to give up, man.
It's not happening tonight.
All right.
Or maybe it will. No, but
And then of course invoking Joe Quesadilla in this one.
Oh Lord.
He's trying. He's like, hey, look, I'm right, about everything. He doesn't. He's one of those people that just doesn't want to be challenged.
Now you said this guy he's the one that calls. I've seen this dude on Twitter before, and I don't remember his name. Is this the guy that calls like the crappy blogs posts? He writes articles.
Yeah.
And then mentions like, I wrote an article about this when it's just.
It's his.
It's his. Trying to say is like, oh yeah, he some fucking Bleeding Cool or some shit like that. No, it's just your Bleeding Cool is bad enough, but
yeah, it's just your
your stupid blog no one cares about.
And by the way, just to point out, I'm not looking at your blog. I'm looking at the archive of your blog.
That's double E shit, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta sue archive now.
Yeah, take it. Got him.
I'm gonna archive my criticism of him. So then he can't.
Okay. Breaking news. This has nothing to do with comic books.
Yeah.
Matt Myers got suspended from Twitter.
Oh shit. for what? What did he?
I don't know.
Hashtag free Matt Myers.
Yeah. Hashtag free Matt Myers. Do it now.
I just want to explain if he ever listens to this. I don't hate you, dude. I think you're hilarious.
Yeah, you
bring joy to my life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Okay.
Was he soliciting for $10 to do that?
All right, let's see this. Okay, goody. Oh man, he got hit for like 2 tweets apparently.
Nice.
Like I said, okay, this is just gonna be real quick. It's only gonna be like 2-3 minutes. I got to show this. Lol, I was banned from Twitter for calling a guy arguing that poor people should starve a dipshit. I get death threats and called worst on Twitter every day, but the word dipshit is a bridge too far. I file an appeal, but my guess is I'm done.
I'm gonna write a tweet about it right now.
Just press F to pay respects.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Back
I would press F all fucking day for that guy. I'll make an account so he can have one if he needs it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to him.
Why is this person like? Why did he use a picture of when it says confiscates definitely hit group and it's like a guy shooting bullets out of their mouth?
Words are violence. Remember
some royalty-free shit? Maybe he subscribed to. I don't know.
I mean,
had to have something up there, right?
He wrote a article about Ethan Van Sciver blocked me on Twitter. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I bet he called it an article too, and not this fucking asshole blocked me on Twitter. I can't believe this. Like a normal person would do.
Jeez.
I'm looking at his recent post over here. I hate the Green Bay Packers with the heat of 1,000 suns. This is real journalistic endeavors right over here.
Someone called CNN.
Yeah.
Prepare
thyself for White Death 2018. Donald Trump must really hate the rain. Does it? I wonder if this is an archive. It is. Oh no, it went to his actual site. He's actually posted a thing about Donald Trump not wanting to, when they changed their plans about the rain in France. Yeah, he actually wrote a thing about this. Oh my goodness. Oh,
but he's on board with the Orange Man bad, and he's trying
does that surprise you in any way? I mean, does that surprise you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, come on.
He wants to be angry about being called an NPC. Yeah, well, maybe you don't act like one, dude.
Mm-hmm. But okay, Daryl. I remember I teased you earlier about I was going to make an analogy that I thought you would like. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We wonder why people that Cab, you're echoing.
Shit.
We wonder why people still want to engage with these folks that are purposely antagonizing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like why do they immediately jump in, right? Why do they want to do that? You've seen Thor Ragnarok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you remember when the Hulk just jumped up and attacked Surtur?
Yeah.
And after he said, Thor said, "What are you doing?" He says, and what did Hulk say?
I don't know. But
monster.
Remember. Yeah.
So, they had the compulsion to fight the monster.
Right.
I think that's what happens. They have some people have a compulsion to fight the monster, whereas you and I have realized if you ignore that monster, it's kind of like the monster under your bed. You ignore it, it goes away.
I think there's sort of two people that do that. There's one that want to have someone to fight all the time because that's what people do online 90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the other people. I include myself in this category sometimes. I just like making fun of people.
Yeah.
I don't even really care what they're trying to say.
Right.
I just think usually they'll make some really stupid point. And you're like, LOL, that's stupid, you fucking idiot.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
You can easily poke holes into it, or just you just point it out to this is stupid as hell. Why am I here? What is life right now? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then there's other people that just ignore it because it's either they don't know or don't care kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, the people that want to always be arguing, they're the ones that make the people sort of, they're the ones that give them any sort of relevancy.
Right.
Because most of these people you'll never ever hear, but it's always the same 5 people that pop up that are always antagonizing people and then getting people to. They're basically baiting them to do the quote tweet and write fucking posts and things about, oh, this person's an asshole. I can't believe, talking shit about Comicsgate and they can't,
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get that kind of stuff. They're trying to get their name out there because they're a bunch of nobodies.
Right.
The end.
I've temporarily put up the boomer image because it's funny to me.
Was it the one I redid?
Yeah, the one you redid with
oh hell yeah,
with Daryl and his bear mace, and
in Boomer 2049.
Yeah.
But I also think that part of it is that some of these people are afraid that if they don't like head this shit off, that that it's gonna fucking, that something will happen,
Yeah.
without their fighting it.
Right.
And
I mean, it's
gonna happen anyway.
It's because the thing is like these people will always people will retell whatever they're saying uncritically. Yeah. Like, oh, did you know so and so is a hate group and they hate minorities, and then people will repost that shit because it'll get picked up by some random blue check mark, and then from there it'll get picked up by some more known blue check mark that believes all the same shit, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, and then it just sort of like echoes into the whole Gamergate thing. It's like, oh, they hate women. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I hate women, but that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
You hate women for different reasons, not just to hate women. You just,
No, I mean, there's like at least 100 reasons.
Yeah. It's understandable. How do you feel about that, Daryl?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're really nailing that Ethan
women
impression there, buddy.
Yeah.
Uncle Ethan, do you hate women?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person I get along with really is my wife, and I don't know if I like her.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah. Sometimes
I think, babe, I don't like you.
Babe.
Yeah. Do I like you, hon? No. All right.
Okay. We're gonna do a rant about Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, our 20-minute epic rant.
Yeah. Did you ever see that, Daryl?
No.
Yeah, Ethan Van Sciver, he about was it last year? He had because that's when that Peter Rabbit movie came out.
Yeah, it was like no, it was earlier this year, like January.
Oh, okay, yeah. And he was like, why? I don't. For some reason, he was recording his TV, and
he was watching. No. Here's the best part, and also the gayest part.
Mm-hmm.
He was watching a Golden Globes pre-show
a screener
thing. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And then
maybe he really does hate women. But
then it got to that particular part about the Peter Rabbit commercial, and he goes like he just goes on this rant. He's like, "This is not Peter Rabbit."
First he's yelling at the screen like, "No!" He's watching, "No!"
He's like, because like he's basically like in the original storybook, Peter Rabbit was the asshole,
Yeah.
And the reason that he would get caught, and eating like his dad did, because he was doing dumb shit. But in the movie, apparently they made it like this guy just moved in to where Peter Rabbit was living, and he's like, we got to get rid of this dude, kind of thing,
Yeah, Farmer McPherson, whatever the hell his name was, I can't remember the name. McGregor.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor, as Obi-Wan Kenobi moved in.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, Peter, the moral of the story is you're supposed to listen to your mom and don't fuck around and like mess with other people's things.
Yeah.
But the story is like turns Peter Rabbit into some fucking like freedom fighter.
Yeah.
Leading an insurrection of animals that he didn't even know or wasn't even friends with.
Mm-hmm. Because they included like all of like Beatrice Potter's like other storybook characters in this movie.
They butchered the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess this is not a classic movie.
And then he basically said it's a good thing that Beatrice Potter's dead or something like that because she'd be rolling over in her grave.
Yeah. She said, "Thank God she's dead."
Yeah.
Damn.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
God, you're just like, man, I'm dropping frames. Yeah, whatever.
Is that Xavier?
Yeah.
Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
All right.
Charles, no.
Get out of my head, Charles. Yeah. But what were you talking about? Oh yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know the legality of it. I don't care. It's just a bitch move, and
yeah. It's like that. That's like their they think that that's gonna play out. But they could get like a lot of like shit for. If it goes to court, they could get a lot of shit for, filing false claims. That's not like...
Right. That's what had needs to happen.
Yeah.
Fuck with the wrong person one day.
Yeah.
And then they just, like, take them to the cleaners.
Right.
Okay. It's basically the digital version of cutting a fucking Raider's head off and posting on your town's fence.
Yeah.
To warn people, don't do it again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I want you to realize something. Considering something else happened today, that's kind of funny. We live in a world where Nintendo now will allow people to stream and make money off that content.
Yeah.
And some barely anybody comic book artists and commentators that have their own personal blogs are trying to like falsely TMC claim for fucking articles they've written and shitty comic books they put out.
Well, the reason they can do that is because YouTube and Google and they're so fucking dysfunctional.
Well, a lot of it's automated, and they just like instead of like actually researching it, they just do an immediate takedown. And you have to file a counterclaim to basically get the takedown reversed. You know,
right.
It's so stupid. You know.
I don't understand. Like, if you're making a claim, like in United States legal system, you have to prove it.
Yeah.
The onus is on the accuser. You can't just say, "Oh, this guy's a child rapist," and put him in jail. That's not how it works.
Right. Exactly.
You can prove that he did something, and then you can put him in jail through a process. But in YouTube, it's the exact opposite. Oh, this guy said the N-word.
Yeah.
Take him down. It's like, well, no, he said the N-word, but he did not say the actual word. He was paraphrasing.
Right.
It's one of those things, where, gosh, it's kind of, it's so yeah. It's like,
shoot, that's sweet. My report came in.
Oh?
She who will not be named. Thanks, Kid, for letting us know. Our investigation found these accounts violated the Twitter rules. She who shall not be named and her crony.
Oh, which crony? Oh, yeah. I
one
guess.
for encouraging somebody to kill themselves, and the other for abusive behavior.
Wow, I can't believe you reported my account like that.
Yeah. You're a chick now?
Yeah, she who shall not be named.
I mean, I play a fat panda chick in WoW, so yeah.
Shit.
Speaking of, we got to 60 yet? We need to...
I mean, if they want to play this game, I'll
56.
play it gladly.
Oh, cool.
I'll gladly play it with them.
It's what's got to happen, right? But what's funny is like like the same thing we're saying about Matt Myers. He literally says, "I guess I'm done." Like, no, just make another account.
Yeah,
I want him to come back.
Come back. Tell yourself, just go instead of going like M_Myers. I just really want him to just go like just put it all together like Myers. Myers.
Fuck. But yeah. Yeah, it's and I was going to say earlier, the tactic shows that these people, again, it's not about the comics. It's not about the fact that we don't like what they don't like. It's that in rejecting this shit, we're rejecting their ideology, and we're showing that people outside of their bubble don't give a fuck about their politics and shit, and would rather not have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And they hate that. They hate that reminder.
They do. It's exactly right. They don't,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's like I said, what can you do with them though, right? What can you do with them?
Shoot them out of a cannon into the sun.
Well, the thing is, you got to eventually.
Trebuchet for life.
Yeah, but eventually you do have to kind of play their game to make them realize, oh hey, what I'm doing is stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing. People always be like, no, you can't play their. You get to live by. You have to play by the. Don't play by the rules, and it's like, no, use the rules against them.
Yeah, they
don't
set up these
pull
fucking
this,
rules.
You're above it all shit and just constantly lose. It's like that's not going to help anything. You just I'm winning with honor. It's like no, you
remember.
You're losing with honor.
You're losing like a giant cuck is what you're doing.
Yeah. You remember back a few years ago when Patreon changed their rules about who could use Patreon for what reasons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who said they were in constant contact with Patreon about changing their rules. But the problem is Patreon changed the rules so much that it would affect them.
Yeah. Yep.
And they got pissed off about it. I was like, this is the world you want.
Right.
This is
Yeah, make everything that they want happen, but make it so bad that it fucks them over too. And then they'll be like, it's like the whole audit thought thing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you got a bunch of like commie wannabe chicks taking pictures of their ass for money, and then all of a sudden they're like hardcore ANCAPs taxation and stuff.
Yeah.
It took all of 2 hours. It was like, that's That's how you do it. That's how you convert people. Is you make it painful for them.
Do you think when that became a trending topic, do you think Ron Paul shot up in his bed and his eyes were glowing right, and he said it's happening?
Yeah. Ron Paul, he got the lens flare eyes all of a sudden.
He's like comes over like.
He just wakes up. It's time.
It's time. I'm ready. I've been waiting for this my entire life. Oh man. So, hey,
but you have to basically the same with the comic books people and video games and just pop culture kind of stuff in general. You have to make it so painful for them that they realize not necessarily the error of their ways, but just decide it's not worth doing it because they're getting screwed too.
Yeah. Well,
that's the only way it's going to. Well, basically, accelerationism is what you have to do.
Basically, it's taking Rules for Radicals, rule number 4, and reversing it on them. Yeah. That's basically, that's whole like make them live up to their rules and expectations.
Yeah, you the judo shit on them, and then usually
use their momentum against them. Yeah, exactly. So now that we've covered that, let's look at some shitty art.
All right, let me link my.
Wow, you gonna just post my shit like that?
No. I couldn't post that on here, Cab.
That's true. No, you definitely have to.
Here's some shitty art, dude.
Oh, what'd you do? Did you link your own stuff? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Hey there.
But that person who shall not be named hasn't posted for 6 hours. So I might have gotten that person suspended.
I had to go check to see if their account's there. I'll check in a little while.
It is.
Oh, okay. Well,
so maybe they were locked out for several hours.
Yeah, they might be locked out. They might be gulagged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this piece of. No, it's actually pretty good. Like I said, it's very. I've always said, man, your style's reminiscent of Mike Mignola to me.
Thank you, full of shit. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, the heavy dark, the lines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this what? Who's it supposed to be? Is this like is that Wolverine when he went feral?
Yep.
See.
In fact, look down there.
Go down
further. The tweet that I posted underneath the.
This was supposed to be feral Wolverine back in the 90s. Don't know if this is
yeah. So
the only thing that would sell it would be the headband, the bandana that he wore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would only. I mean, but that's what he looked like without the bandana. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he had a stubbier nose, almost no nose.
Yeah, almost no nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the torn, but the torn costume, that's pretty much on point.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And the crazy hair.
You might remember because you got a deeper memory about this stuff than I do.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? How did he become like Logan again? Like unferal.
I think Apocalypse took him and put the adamantium back into him or something like that.
It was kind of weird because he was feral. Then he went on a trip with Elektra, and then he was fine. It was weird.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I think that's what happened. I think Apocalypse made him go.
Well, he brought him, kidnapped him, and
Sabretooth to determine who was going to get the adamantium or some shit like that. It's been way too long since I read that.
Yeah,
somebody will put that in the comments.
Yeah, because he became Death for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was because they had the fake Skrull Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because the reason they knew it wasn't really Wolverine is because he fucking actually died.
Yeah. He got stabbed in the gut or something and died, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they're like, "Wait a second, he should be healing up immediately." Right? But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So now let's look at some professionals because that'll definitely be better, right?
Oh yeah.
This was provided by Comic Girl Ava on Twitter. Apparently the Firebrand, up and coming person in Comicsgate.
Oh.
Yeah. Gets. I mean, she was getting some shit for some dumb reasons.
I can imagine.
Yeah. How dare you go on a live stream you were invited on?
Yeah. Oh, look at this shit.
Yeah, let's look at this. Hey, there's Storm. I think.
Yeah.
Or Storm's mom, maybe.
Storm's mom.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't look like Storm to me.
It's Storm's mom,
Rain Cloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on here? What's going on with this nose area and these lips?
They're escaping her face.
Apparently, they're just like we're out of here. And this thing, the side thing, that's supposed to go on the front.
Yeah.
And I thought they had made Storm. They gave Storm a mohawk. Why does she back the long hair again? They can never figure out what to do with Storm.
Netflix canceled Daredevil.
Well, kind of knew it was coming since Disney's going to do their own streaming thing.
Yeah.
So,
Bring it back there.
Yeah.
Because that was some good shit.
They'll probably bring it back there. They got to give people a reason, and enticing reason to join their service.
Dude, season 3 was fucking great.
Yeah, I mean they're going to leave it up for a while, up there for now. I'm sure.
Preacher got renewed.
What did?
Preacher.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at this boy right here. What do you think of this guy? Oh wait, is that Kitty Pryde? That's supposed to be a woman.
Yeah.
Guys,
It looks like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And what's this bullshit going on back here? I think it's supposed to be. It looks like they're looking at a hologram or something. Because it looks like it's supposed to be projecting.
Supposed to be a hologram kitty?
No. The hologram is up here in the corner. If you look in the corner,
I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make a point here. You got to care. You're here.
Oh,
but
well, I was going to leave in a minute, but
it looks like it's exploding.
Yeah.
And then, and I don't know. And then there's just like, hey, I don't know why Storm thinks she's got to be praying all of a sudden.
Even the X-Men know how boring their stories have gotten. What?
Yeah. And Jean just like, I don't know. Wow, who designed this costume?
Yeah.
Like, I understand like having being combat ready, but are we just foregoing everything? We're going back to the Middle Ages of wearing full plate armor.
Shit.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
I want to know what's that with like who puts their hands on their hips like that?
Yeah, it's all like it's not really on her hands. I mean, it's not on her hips.
It's not
on her ass.
It's like on her side of her leg. It's like,
it looks like she's just grabbing her own ass right here. Yeah.
Screwed it up a little bit there, but I mean, it's hard to draw like that, but at least get it right.
And these hands, they just kind of morph into like a W.
Yeah, here's the one thing about like comics is like back in the day they drew like it was so low res that you could get away with really weird things.
Yeah.
But nowadays you can't do that because it's either all digital or because it's drawn way bigger and put it. The point is you can't get because it's higher resolution on the pictures and it's better printing.
Yeah, like
you have to tighten up the art if you want.
I can see most of the people who like still draw, on pen and paper, or pencil and paper, whatever. They draw it huge, like almost poster size, Yeah. And then then it's, of course it's scaled down. But they have to do that so it has a lot of detail. So when it's scaled down, it doesn't lose as much detail.
Yeah, it depends. If you're still doing it the old-fashioned way, it depends. Sometimes you'll draw it real big and then like scan it and then do whatever. But sometimes they'll. Most of the time, they just do the page, the 11 by whatever it is. I forget the dimensions. They have that and they just draw it within that. But they still scan it, so it's still a digital. They don't like mail it to Marvel or something.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They still scan it and everything. But I'm just saying that the ones who still use pen and paper usually draw it pretty big. Like big panels.
If you draw digitally, you like when I draw digitally, it's like 6,000 by 4,000 pixels.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm just saying, even for hand drawn, is what I'm saying. It's got to be like.
Yeah, drawn bigger is just way because when you scale it down, it's just things that you did fuck up won't notice as much.
Yeah, but the details will be a lot cleaner.
But it'll have better, the details are a lot better.
Because I'm going to guarantee you that we were talking about the backgrounds earlier when we previewed this.
Yeah.
I guarantee you either that was, traced or somebody else did it.
Yeah, it was they just either did one of two things. They took a photograph of like a scene and either just directly like sketched it. You did a sketch of it real quick, and
or they got this thing called Lightbox. Yeah,
lightboxing is basically like tracing without having to use trace paper. You can use regular paper.
Yeah.
Over whatever you want to trace on top of a backlit like LED light.
Because I think
shows through.
Yeah, because Ethan was talking. I was looking at one of his old videos, and he said he had lightboxed. I want to say it was a Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, it was a baseball field.
Yeah, it was in Green Lantern Rebirth. Yeah, he said I was not drawing that thing. He said he lightboxed that one. Yeah,
I would say unless it's like some weird kind of like background going on in a comic, like some weird space thing or crazy extra dimension, whatever bullshit.
Right.
If it's like a real normie scene, like if it's Daredevil hanging out in fucking Brooklyn or whatever he does, Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
The background, like some bodega, is just a picture of a street in New York, and the guy traced it. He's not drawing that shit.
Yeah. There's some people who will draw the whole thing, and that's bully for them. But I get why. Yeah, I get why other people wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just a hell of a lot faster.
Well, that's what I said. Some people said if you actually want to get it out in a timely manner, sometimes you got to do things like that.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, we've gone almost an hour, and I really don't have much more to say.
Neither do I. And my back's starting to kill me.
You need to stretch that shit out.
It's this monkey on my back, man. I can't get rid of it. I've been chasing the dragon all night.
You should have heard. Y'all should have heard Daryl when he first got in here. He was like striking it up, lighting that pipe, man. He was, which was really surprising. I expected that from Cab, but not from Daryl.
Oh yeah, man.
No, dude, I do the heroin, bro.
Dude,
you just inject.
War has gotten to me, man. I got to do something to take the edge off, man.
That's true, yeah, because you're a veteran just like me. You got to.
Yeah.
I'm the commander, so I got to try to be straight edge as best I can. But,
yeah, but man, I don't have any obligation as a grunt.
Exactly. You're just out there. It's like he's like the anti-communicator, man. They came out of the trees, man.
So if we lose the war, I put in quotes there because it's not a fucking war.
Yeah.
But if we lose it, it's because I got stoned on the battlefield. Yeah,
I got stoned while playing Battlefield. Does that count?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, for all. I mean, look, I know this is important to folks, and it's important to me too. But at the end of the day, I do think some folks take it a little too seriously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think there's a lot of fun to be had with this shit.
If you notice, like I want to say, at least I think when we do talk about this stuff, we're laughing about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some serious moments, but most of the time we're just like, look at this idiot. It's funny,
right?
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, when it comes to shit like fucking copyright claims, false copyright claims and shit, yeah, I take that seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But
we can make fun of the people making fun of, making the copyright claims at the same time,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But I don't begrudge anybody, if they want to fucking dust it up with some people, go for it, man. That's the thing. But
but don't expect me to jump in, kind of thing.
My whole thing is I wanna fucking have fun, promote comics, draw shit, and just and because I think more people could stand to recognize though that we are dealing with people who blatantly don't give a shit about what we want, and in fact they're fighting tooth and nail to not acknowledge it, calling us all sorts of names and shit. At this point, you're better off just writing it off as a loss. I know it sucks giving up the comics and worlds that we grew up with, and for a lot of us, like fucking led us to be creators ourselves. But at the same time, like we still got fucking 80 years, 70, 80 years of this shit.
Yeah, we still could go back and read some of the stuff we loved,
Yeah, exactly.
But
those characters still exist. So
what's really cool, and I'm a creative. I want to say I think I'm a kind of creative person because I just come up with ideas,
Yeah.
And I thought to myself today, I said if I challenge myself to do in one day, and not even just like flesh out, just like one day come up with 30 ideas for comics, I could probably do it.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. I think we have today. We have less creators and like more cast members, like Christopher Priest said, right? They're cast in their roles as writers and artists and stuff like that instead of being creators, you know?
Right.
Because even though, I think you'll agree with this, even though like people like, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, you know, even further back, you know, Tom Kane, you know, those people, Jerry Siegel, Joel Schuster, they came up, they you know, they created the characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people later on created story. Chris Claremont, John Byrne, you know, go for Peter David, you know, folks like that, right?
Right.
Because that's still a creative process.
Exactly, man.
You know, but still being able to use those existing characters. You know, you can still be creative while using existing characters. For some reason, these people, I don't understand the reason for some people who want to make superheroes mundane. You know,
right.
I mean, yeah, you can have mundane moments. You know, like, hey, how many times back in the day did like they do X-Men like after they had a big mission and something like that, they would have a little downtime and have like a barbecue.
Or a softball game
or something like that. And then, but that led into the next story, though. You know,
right.
There was downtime, and then the next story started.
Well, you know why? It's because this shit is being used as a vehicle for their personal politics.
Right.
So, you know, fleshing out these characters, writing interesting stories, all takes back seat to writing stories that allow them to you know, voice their
niche, voice their niche, essentially. Yeah.
Right. And that could be okay in depending on how you handle it. It's just these comics, they don't give you like the best comics, man. The best comics that deal with political issues allow you to form your own opinions. They leave you thinking. They give you something to think about.
Yeah, look at, you know, I mentioned it last night before. I think it was after you left. Look at Captain America, right? That, you know, back in the 70s when, you know, he gave up 70s, 80s when he gave up being Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was political, yeah, but it was done in such a way that Cap was still put above it, and that's what we like Cap. You know, yeah, Cap might have his own beliefs and stuff like that, but his first belief is to his country.
Right.
And if he feels if he feels that the country or the leaders of that country are countermanding that, he's not going to deal with it.
Right. And he's done that. That's been a core of the character, you know, throughout the years. He's, you know, he's a man of principle, and he believes in his country. And when he sees his country going to pot, you know, he stands to his values, not these new values that are anti-American.
That was one of, even though the storyline ended up being bad, but that was one of the cool moments in Civil War, the first one, when they told Cap, you know, when, you know, Maria Hill told Cap that he was going to round up the heroes that were not going to sign the Registration Act.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
He's like,
exactly.
Yeah, he said, he said, they're not criminals. You know, these are people who are trying to do what's right. You know, and then she made the comment about saying, like, you know, you're treating them like villains, and then all these SEAL agents started pointing guns at him, and she said, that's funny. I thought villains were just people who wore masks to hide their identities.
Right. And I love that bit in Infinity War when General Ross or whatever his new fucking position is. To, you know,
I think it was Secretary of Defense.
He's like, you know, that's court martial, take him into custody or whatever, and he's like, you know, we're not here to request your permission. You know, basically, like, you know, we're here to do what needs to be done, and that was always Cap.
Yeah.
But you know, but that's the thing. Like, you're right, spot on about that. It is a creative process, and there's a lot of contributors to that process over the years, and that's why I think instead of like leaning on these characters that are, you know, or pleading for these characters to come back, we need to make our own. We need to make our own. Start that creative process anew, usher in a new golden age for comics and shit.
And like I said, and the people, and I've always said this, you know, when I talked about the 3 C's the other night, the people who want Marvel and DC to be back to what we loved, you damn right that we need to support these creators.
Yeah.
Because if they can monetarily, and I say it all comes down to money, you know, some people think that's a derogatory thing, but hey, I'm a capitalist.
You got to eat, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a capitalist. Best idea wins, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And Marvel and DC are not going to move until they see, wait a minute, we're losing money over here, but these guys are making money.
Right.
What are they doing? Oh, they took They took politics out of their books.
Right.
You know.
And we need to see this happen. And the thing is, though, that they're going to need to see that happen on a larger scale than a couple Indiegogo's.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not saying.
You know
that,
what I'm
like,
saying?
When
No.
Yeah, I'm saying when we finally get to the publishing portion of things.
I get it. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people out there who think, because these two things have been successful, Marvel and the rest should be, taking a good look at that and doing a about turn and shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is it's on a very limited scale. Yeah, their successes are huge individually, huge. Yeah. But the problem is that will that be sustainable?
Yeah,
so we need to show
when some of these guys get their publishing stuff going. Not just I understand I understand the formula. Not a bad formula. Do an Indiegogo to fund it.
Yeah.
And then have your own publishing to publish it. Because you're going to have to come up with a formula. And I do agree. It's got to evolve. There's nothing wrong with using crowdfunding and the free market at the same time, though. You'll always have that loyal fan base that'll say, "Yeah, I'll fund it. I'll be that first run guy. I'll get the first run." And then the next part, then the next part is publishing them to to stores. I think it honestly is my opinion, but I think it's going to happen. They're going to have to go around Diamond.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're going to have to do a direct marketing, like maybe open their own website. It's like, hey, comic book stores, they can order directly from our site and forego Diamond. Now,
the problem is that Diamond probably has exclusivity clauses and shit.
But I found out that Diamond's only exclusivity clause is with Marvel and DC, and of course, like Image. And
no. I'm talking about on the retail side.
No. Actually, the retailers, they're not bound to Diamond.
But the only reason they go through it is
because they're the only one they can. Yeah, they're the only game in town. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Because there's no excuse for if let's say because I always use his stuff. I'll use Mike Miller's stuff. Let's say I want to, I own a comic shop and I want 50 copies of Lone Star, right? Mm-hmm. I order 50 copies. I get 50 copies. It's not going to be like if I ordered, through Diamond, order 10 copies of Iceman and get 20,
Right.
I don't need to, I'm not here to, and I'm saying this as an owner, and I'm an owner of a business. I know I understand how these things work. But I, as an owner, am not going to subsidize your stockholders.
Right.
I'm not here to do that,
And doing it the way you're suggesting is going to, decrease publisher overhead too, as they're only producing enough copies to meet demand, and maybe a few more, for here and there for extra sales.
It's basically because okay, we've all been to comic shops before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to you set, if you like the comic book shop you're going to, you set up a pull list. That pull list is what they use to order, correct?
Right.
So they base it on their pull list. So it's like, okay, I got 30 people who want this book on the pull list. So I'm going to order 40 so I have 10 extra in case somebody wants to buy one off the shelf. Or if it's going to be a hot title, you say I'm going to order 100. You know what I mean? So it's all based on what you want, not what not what Diamond's going to send you because Marvel said so.
Right.
And that's what's going to have to happen as far as distribution. I do agree to an extent with some folks that, there is the digital future. I'm not going to pretend it's not. Like Jordan said last night, he doesn't own anything print. If he doesn't have to. It's all digital. But you're going to have to do that in a way where you're going to have, honestly, it's going to have to be creating, you're going to have to create your own reader software, your own file types that, and stuff like encrypted file types because, if you want to be profitable in that regard, because we know that torrenting is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can figure is that's going to have to be figured out by people smarter than I am, So, but if they do it right and they make an impact, and if they see because like I said, I like the idea of decentralizing the publishing thing. Like if these people want to do their own publishing stuff, which is cool, or help out little indie creators here and there. That's probably the best thing, in all honesty. And if they see a groundswell of totality, like we're talking about totality of money, and let's say, we've lost, let's say Marvel DC, it's like, well, we lost $20 million this year. But these smaller guys, they somehow made $5 million. You know,
right?
Like clear. You know, they got cleared $5 million. It's like, what are we doing wrong? Because a loss is a loss, no matter how you look at it. You know, now how big is still a loss. But if they're gaining and we're losing, well, maybe we do need to change something. You know, we have the marketing power of Time Warner and Disney behind us. What's wrong with us? Well, we're producing shit. Well, let's stop producing shit and produce good stuff. Okay. Exactly. And then, like I said, Marvel especially, DC on a lesser extent, because I'm not saying Time Warner's small or anything like that, but Marvel especially has the power of Disney behind them. You know, if I was Disney right now, I would have like shit in the theme parks. You know, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there not a Marvel attraction at these Disney theme parks? You know what I mean? Like, and I guarantee you when they do it, it's going to be old stuff. It's not going to be none of this new shit.
Right.
Are you telling me there won't be a Riri Williams ride anywhere?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be able to.
But you know, the only reason, and I want to make it clear, the only reason I mentioned that, you know, is that it's going to have to be a bigger thing, you know, is that there are a lot of people out there thinking, well, you know, these successes should show Marvel. And I'm not saying Marvel's not taking notice, but at the same time, like, again, it's going to be the sustainability that's going to do it rather than, you know, the short term. And, you know, so right now things are looking good, you know, and I hope they continue to look good. But anybody expecting this to make waves in the sense that it's going to like change, you know, Marvel and DC and whatever's minds, it's not going to happen right now. You know, that's going to be something that happens years down the road.
Right.
You know, so that's why I think it's more important now than it ever has been to create our own shit and build up that new industry and that new infrastructure and shit because, you know, there's a lot of untapped creativity out there and we got to put it somewhere because it ain't going into Marvel or DC. Well, maybe DC a little bit, but
right.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, like,
you
know,
and that's
we got to make,
and that's really, you know, like I said, that's the best way to put it. So I'm about to close up the stream, and I want to talk to you two afterwards about something.
All right.
But yeah, you know, I had some fun night, had some good conversations. We actually had some topics for once.
Yeah, we didn't half-ass it.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody knows, you know, Punish Cab on Twitter, at
Dr. Science
Wiz. Yeah. I'm Optimus Deadpool, and also follow at Grade.5. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Especially comment, because I really like to know what you guys think about stuff. I also have a cool idea for a video. I'm actually going to need help with it, so it might take a couple of days to get this one right. So, but anyway, y'all have a good one, guys. We appreciate you stopping in, all two of you. There's probably one of them me. But I will say, I don't know if you noticed, Daryl, but we do get like a lot of after people. You know, stream. So yeah, it seems like people are enjoying it. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep on keeping on. This will catch on eventually.
Yeah, and if you have any, you know, like suggestions or anything, hit us up on Twitter or in the comments. You know, let us know what you liked, what you'd want to see more of, what you'd like to see less of. You know, just whatever you want. You know, you want to see. You know, hit us up.
Yep.
This is ever evolving, so
yeah, exactly. All right, guys. It was good. It was fun tonight. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.